dip and stir and get ready for the awesomeness.
I'm ready.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're taking you on a journey around the world, counting down our picks for the most underrated cuisines that should be getting more attention.
Lebanese food has a refreshingness, a sourness to it, lots of yogurt, lots of lemon, coriander, mint, parsley. It's a very generous cuisine.
Number 10, Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka is a very small island country off of the southeastern tip of India. There are a lot of distinctive dishes and flavors that make Sri Lankan food unique.
The cuisine of Sri Lanka is influenced by various foreign cultures, but it retains a distinct identity through its unique blend of spices, vegetables, rice, and fruits. At the heart of Sri Lankan cuisine is rice and curry, typically served with a spread known as chutney and a chili sauce called pol sambol.
This is called simi sambal. It's actually got onion, chili, tamarind, and a little bit of sugar. This is the coconut sambal, chicken curry. And this is called lunamiris. This is pretty spicy.
Apar, which are crispy bowl-shaped pancakes, are a must-try, as is kotu roti, a stir-fried mix of shredded roti bread, vegetables, and spices. Although Sri Lankan cuisine is sometimes overshadowed by other South Asian dishes, its masterful use of spices creates an explosion of flavors that will leave first-time tasters hooked.
I get a little bit of that sweet flavor, and I also get a little bit of smokiness, and then I get a lot of heat. I think I asked for this hot.
It's also a paradise for vegetarians due to its reliance on lentils, vegetables, and coconuts. Number 9, Morocco. Few cuisines in the world boast as many centuries-old traditions as Moroccan cuisine.
Now, there are a number of medieval recipes for this dish, including 2 from a 13th century manuscript that is often simply referred to as the Anonymous Andalusian Cookbook.
Rooted in a rich history of Arab, Berber, Mediterranean, and African influences, Moroccan cuisine is celebrated for its aromatic spices and unique sweet and savory combinations. The most popular main dishes are couscous, typically served with vegetables and meats, and tagine, a slow-cooked stew named after the earthenware pot it's prepared in.
But I don't see it only as a look, I see it as a taste, flavor. The aroma that you find in this dish here is absolutely worth investing in it.
For those seeking bold and complex flavors, Moroccan cuisine is the place to go. It offers an array of spices, including the commonly used ras el hanout, a blend of 27 spices such as cumin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and peppercorn.
The most famous in Morocco is called ras el hanout, which means head of the shop, and it is just like the head of the shop, the best spices that any shop has.
There's also an assortment of pastries and desserts that pairs perfectly with mint tea to round off any meal. Number 8, Georgia. Georgian cuisine is the perfect description of East meeting West, blending influences from both Asia and Europe.
Georgian food is a fusion. You have the Persian food influences, you have the Turkish, you have the Mongolian, you have lots of influences. And that's why I'm very careful when I change something.
You haven't yet tried Georgian food if you haven't had khachapuri, a traditional cheese-filled bread that can also include eggs and other ingredients.
Just a few ingredients go into a khachapuri: flour, yeast, salt, and of course, cheese. And that has to be Georgian.
There's also khinkali, juicy dumplings filled with spiced beef or pork, and chakapuli, a rich stew made with lamb, cherry plums, and white wine. One thing that makes Georgian cuisine stand out is its regional diversity, as each area has its own unique way of preparing dishes.
Imereti style is round, flat, and has cheese on top. It really looks like a pizza. Ahma has several layers like a lasagna. Each one is typical for a region.
Beyond just the food, dining in Georgia is a communal experience, with feasts or supras playing a central role in the social culture. So, when enjoying Georgian cuisine, don't hesitate to share the experience with family and friends. Number 7, Ethiopia.
I love learning about the history, the story, the culture, the methods, the ingredients. So I'm here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and when I hear there's a joint that's serving up real deal Ethiopian food, you know I gotta check it out.
Probably one of the most exported cuisines from Africa, Ethiopian dishes still don't get nearly enough love. The meals are simple yet rich in complex exotic flavors and are also quite healthy. The base of almost every Ethiopian dish is injera, a spongy sourdough flatbread that serves as both a plate and an edible utensil, soaking up the stews and sauces served on it.
You eat with the injera. It absorbs all of the flavors of the dishes that are put on top of it. Without injera, you don't eat anything.
We're not having anything.
One of the most iconic dishes is dorawat, a spicy chicken stew infused with a complex spice blend called berbere. For a vegetarian alternative, misirwat offers the same depth of flavor, replacing chicken with spiced lentils. Ethiopian cuisine is also rooted in community, as meals are typically shared from a single platter.
The Ethiopian culture is generally very community-based, so when you eat like this on one giant plate with all of your family members, it's because you're pretty close.
Number 6. Portugal. Portuguese cuisine remains one of Europe's most underrated culinary treasures, with recipes and traditions that date back centuries.
We still make them by hand, as it was in the 19th century, so I think keeping the tradition and the recipe true has played a big part in why they're so famous.
While often overshadowed by its Mediterranean neighbors, the food scene is deeply rooted in seafood and a wide variety of aromatic spices, influenced by Portugal's intensive maritime exploration. Bacalhau, or salted cod, is the most widely consumed type of fish, with over 365 different preparations, one for each day of the year.
It's the dried salted cod called bacalhau. It's caught in the cold waters above Scandinavia, and the ability to dry it and salt it enabled the Portuguese to sail off and discover new worlds.
There are also a variety of meat dishes like tripas à moda do Porto and a popular toasted sandwich known as francesinha. To end things on a sweet note, Portuguese cuisine also offers desserts that are equally irresistible, the most famous being pastéis de nata, delicate egg custard tarts.
The secret, the pastry. If the pastry is good, they come very good. If the pastry is, is not the good quality, it's never come a good custard tart.
Number 5. Senegal. Senegalese cuisine is very diverse, influenced by the many ethnic groups within the country. Its most popular meal is thieboudienne, the national dish, which consists of fish simmered in a tomato-based sauce with broken rice and a host of vegetables.
And you'll have the vegetables, onions, chili, carrots, cassava, and bitter aubergines, eggplants.
These are so cool.
Jollof rice, a staple across West Africa and the centerpiece of a friendly rivalry between Nigeria and Ghana, is said to have originated from thieboudienne. Other must-try dishes include yassa, a tangy marinated chicken or fish dish, and mafé, a creamy peanut butter stew often made with seasoned fish, beef, or lamb.
A peanut butter soup, they're called mafé. My customers ask me about it every day.
Given its Atlantic coastline, Senegalese cuisine incorporates plenty of fresh seafood, with a healthy balance of vegetables and grains. It deserves more recognition for its delicious flavors and the cultural experience it offers.
What's crazy is to think this goes on every day. And these people are using every single part of the fish. Nothing goes to waste, not even the guts. That's fertilizer.
Number 4. Vietnam.
The two main things that you must have in Vietnamese food is obviously rice. Rice is the pearl of God, and the other heart and soul of any Vietnamese cuisine is fish sauce.
You might be familiar with Chinese and Thai cuisine, but Vietnam offers an equally rich yet often overlooked selection. Vietnamese food stands out for its emphasis on fresh herbs, light broths, and minimal use of dairy and oil. This makes the dishes both flavorful and very nutritious.
Vietnamese food centres on herbs. No dish uses just one, most use 3 or 4, and they're used as much for their medicinal value as for their taste.
Pho, a fragrant noodle soup cooked in a beef or chicken broth, is the most well-known meal, but there's so much more to explore. Dishes like banh mi, a crispy French-inspired sandwich packed with savory fillings, and bún chả, grilled marinated pork with rice noodles, showcase the unique flavor profile in Vietnamese cuisine.
Bún chả is served in a broth of vinegar, sugar, and the ubiquitous duoc mam, or Vietnamese fermented fish sauce.
There's also a vibrant street food culture, where dishes like bánh xèo, crispy rice pancakes, offer a taste of Vietnam at an affordable price. Number 3. Lebanon. Middle Eastern food like hummus and falafel have become more popular around the world in recent years. However, many are unaware that some of the best variations originate from Lebanon.
The cuisine that Lebanon produces is really one of the best in the world.
Yes.
We have influences from the French that we were talking about, right. Influence from the Turks, from the Romans, from the Greek, from the Egyptians.
This country's cuisine is built on fresh vegetables, whole grains, fruits, and lean proteins with a generous use of garlic and olive oil. Take tabbouleh, for instance, a refreshing parsley and bulgur salad, or fattoush, a crisp vegetable salad with toasted pita, both visually appealing and bursting with flavors.
Also on the table, it's a best of Lebanese cuisine. Fattoush, wara arish, baba ganoush made with fire-roasted eggplant, stuffed calamari, mugadara, and a variety of salads.
Another must-try is kibbeh, which is a national dish of Lebanon, made from finely ground meat and bulgur wheat, either cooked, fried, or served raw.
Shawarma on the fire, frike, and kibbeh belsaniand, which means, I think, kibbeh baked on a tray.
Don't forget to enjoy a plate of fresh fruits afterwards alongside a strong cup of Lebanese coffee. Number 2, the Philippines. With over 100 distinct ethno-linguistic groups spread across the Philippine archipelago, each contributing in its own way, Filipino cuisine is among the most diverse in the world.
Okay, I've got the Malay, the Chinese influences. Maybe one of the misapprehensions I made is looking for Spanish influence, when in fact there's more of like a new world.
The dishes draw influences from a mix of Chinese, Spanish, American, and indigenous culinary traditions, so there's definitely something for everyone. A great place to start is adobo, the unofficial national dish of the Philippines, where meat is slow-cooked in a vinegar and soy sauce base.
Cooking chicken adobo today, so sort of the unofficial national dish of the Philippines.
Okay.
Everybody sort of has their version. But generally it's soy sauce, vinegar, and garlic are the main components.
From there, you can explore dishes like kare-kare, which features oxtail and vegetables cooked in a thick peanut sauce, and sinigang, a sour soup typically made from tamarind. Rice is also a staple in Filipino cuisine, and is usually served alongside these dishes.
So I guess in a way, our cuisine is still evolving. I mean, after 500 years, we still got new ingredients coming in.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Peru. Peruvian cuisine combines the techniques and ingredients of some of the most renowned culinary traditions in the world, including European, Asian, and West African. It's no wonder it's been described by some food critics as an exemplar of fusion cuisine.
Spanish, native Peruvian, Chinese, Afro-Peruvian, Japanese. This diverse blend of cultures have shaped Peruvian life.
Peruvian food is built around 4 major staples: corn, potatoes, flowering plants, and legumes. Perhaps the most famous dish is ceviche, fresh fish marinated in citrus juices and served alongside potatoes, lettuce, or fried plantains.
When you think of Peruvian food, the most iconic dish will always be ceviche. Don Fernando sums up what I love about ceviche: freshness and tradition.
But there are still many others like lomo saltado, stir-fried beef tenderloin with tomatoes, onions, and fries, and ají de gallina, a creamy chicken stew infused with the warmth of Peruvian peppers. There's a great selection of meals Peruvian cuisine has to offer. You just have to explore it.
It's hard to say exactly what makes Peruvian food so special. Is it our geography, our history, our love for cooking? Wherever I went and whoever I asked, people had something to say.
Have you tried any of these underrated cuisines? Did you like it? Did you love it? Was it just not really your thing? Let us know in the comments below.
There you have it. Khinkali made the true Georgian way. Next time you try this dish, don't forget to drink the juice before savouring the rest.